Mm, my bum. Oh, hey everybody. It's Gaming with Florin, and my name is Florin. Hold on. Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm back. I'm just doing a little video for you. We're live streaming. We're gonna chill out. We're gonna grow some weed, and we're gonna fucking have some fun. And I haven't been on GTA for a while. I do think I'm getting a little bit of sick. I don't know what it is. It's not COVID. I know my body. But it's sometimes that time of the year. I'm also very stuffy. But that's because I've been smoking a lot of weed, so I'm really fucking high. But this is my marijuana plant, guys. Obviously, I've just been putting things together. I just put down the tarps. Had to cover up some of the walls. I got the crates up here. We'll be using those as well. I got the ladder up because I had to put up some lights for drawing. This is where we're going to be going through the weed and making sure we cut up the stems. Make sure we crop up the weed after it's fully dried. And we're going to be drying it right here. This is going to be the dry room. We're going to be hanging in, drying them, growing them, everything. Just fucking awesome. But in order to do that, I guess we have to go and access our computer. Well, no, yeah, and see what we got to do, guys. So here we go. And let's walk up to this laptop here and put in my pin. You guys make sure don't watch when I put my pin in. Don't want to get hacked here. All right. So let's set it up. Let's confirm. And let's start. Hold on, let me take a pull of this.
Okay, so you've had a look at the place. It's primed and ready. Just get these supplies and we'll start production.
Alright, we'll go get the supplies. Let's go get the supplies, guys. Look at this. Supply time. Again, you're watching Gaming with Florin. My name is Florin, and of course, guys, we're getting high and we're gonna have some fun. So I'm gonna play some games Sunday. So you're home watching this. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you think. Smash that like button, dislike button, whatever you think. Put a comment down below. Tell me how much you love this channel or hate this channel. Make sure you tell your friends so they can love or hate me as well. And yeah, if you want to leave a comment positive, that'd be great. But knowing my fan base, it'll be negative. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. These are pretty weird times that we're living in. So I do hope everybody stays safe. Now, back to the game. Right now, we're basically on our way, guys, to go ahead and get some supplies. I believe I might have taken out the wrong vehicle for this, but you know what? Let's play. Yoo-hoo! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Aw, dang. Dang again. This baby's like a go-kart. It's like nothing bad can happen to it. Look at this. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Go on. So, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Alright? And, this is a true story. It's based on facts. A long, long, long time ago, about 180 years ago, there was a man by the name of Florin. Yeah, there you go. Florin, that was his name, with an L. And this guy, he used to have a great job. One of his jobs was making swords. That's right. He used to make swords, and he used to make them out of different types of metals. He had one made for the King of England out of gold. So he was one of the best swords maker in town. Well, this Florin guy, one day, was walking by with a sword on when he caught a guy giving him an awkward eye. Well, he was like, fuck you, motherfucker. And then it ended up that he got into a fight, pulled out his sword, and killed the other guy. Turns out that later on they find that the person that Florin killed with his mighty sword was none other than the king's son. Yes, the king's son. What was the king's son doing outside in the middle of nowhere giving awkward eyes to some guys? Well, you see, he was on a mission, a goodwill mission. He was hunting for the people of his nation. And he was out there hunting, goodwill hunting. And he was hunting deers, he was hunting wild boars, he was hunting kangaroos. Yeah, there were kangaroos in England back then before they got extinct. The camels ate the kangaroos back then. The camels that lived in England ate the kangaroos. They ended up having kangaroos for dinner. So, the king's son now is dead, obviously. Florin killed him. So, Florin is on his way to the king's to obviously present him that gold sword that he bought him. And when he got to the king said, hold on, I'm waiting for my son. He'll be here any minute. He went out hunting. And Florin's like, oh, okay. Well, he wasn't by any chance wearing those really ugly green and brown pants, was he? Those really tight ones that didn't really fit him well, and anytime he bent over, you could see his ass crack. And the king was almost like shocked, and he's like, what? You know my son? How do you know my son? You know, he was like, well, I know your son because, well, and then the king said, well, speak up, my lad. How do you know my son? Florin just stood there, said, oh yeah, I had an encounter with him, and I killed your son. And the king was shocked. He couldn't believe it, so he sent out his men to go and fetch his son. Well, when the man came back, they brought his dead son. So the king started crying. He obviously had Florin, excuse me, put him in the dungeon prisons, in the darkest room at the deepest end of the castle. No Wi-Fi, by the way. At this point, alright, at this point, Florin, with an L, is crying like a little bee. So, as Florin is crying, a rat comes in his cell and starts pointing and laughing at him. But Florin is sitting there going, am I fucking stoned or what? Is there really a rat in this dungeon looking and laughing at me? Or is he just happy because he knows I'm going to be dead soon and he's going to have something to eat? But anyways, or munch on. I don't know. But I got my supplies in here. So back to the story. Florin now in the dungeon. The king upstairs sobbing and plotting. And their dead son in the living room, just plotted on the floor, because like they didn't really have couches and shit back then. I don't know what they had, rocks or something, right? So he's just there in the corner, all like dead. Started smelling actually. So the king had to make a decision to obviously bury his son. But you see, the king also wanted to kill Lauren, and so he fetched his guards to get the Lauren out of the dungeon and bring him up. Now, as they brought up Lauren, the king looked at Lauren and said, "What the hell is that thing on your back?" Lauren looked up from the ground and he said, "That's my new friend, Ratty." The king shrugged it off and says, "Whatever, Lauren. You're going to die. I'm going to kill you by burying you alive right next to my son." So Lauren then said, "Hell to the nah-nah. That shit ain't gonna happen." So the king told his guards to go get Lauren ready to be killed, buried alive at the cemetery, right on top of his dead son. His dead son's name, you say? Stephen. There you go. Stephen. So the guards go and obviously they try to start digging a hole for Stephen. Obviously, because he's dead. So at this point, the king obviously had another son, because the king had like 5 kids that he knew of. 5 kids that he knew of, okay, guys? So now, he brings his other kid and he says, "You are going to be their witness to when Lauren gets buried alive on top of your son." No, it's in front of your brother, Stephen. Alright, Josh? Josh was the second brother, obviously. So Josh is like, "Yeah, Dad, I can do this. I'm going to make sure that Lauren gets what he deserves. We'll bury him alive. We'll do it right at the cemetery. Everything will be cool. If we had cameras, I'd take a picture and show it to you, but we don't because they're not invented yet. So, yeah, just take my word." So anyways, the king's guards are burying Lauren alive. Alright. So they dug their grave. They had Lauren handcuffed. They brought the dead Stephen over. And they tossed Stephen in. Stephen is now at the bottom of the grave, guys. Everybody's looking at him. Now, Lauren is about to be pushed in with Stephen and buried alive. But then, as Lauren is next to the grave, he gets loose and he punches the guards. And he punches the other brother. And then he runs, and then one of the brothers trips over a cross like that. I go bam right into there, and he falls right into the grave on top of his brother Stephen. And Stephen had a boner in his pocket, a bone, and his brother Timothy fell on it. And now both of them are dead in the grave. And obviously the other 2 guards got really scared of Lauren and ran away. So Lauren runs off like a little girl and try to escape and hide somewhere where nobody can find him. Well, later on, the king, back to the king, alright, don't forget there was a king. Guys, let me know in the comments down below what was the king's name, because I totally forgot. But that guy, he got wind that Lauren killed both of his sons now in a stabbing match. Ha, 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 and a kicking match. Ha, and ouch, I hurt myself match. Yeah. All right. So he got really mad now because now he's got only 3 brothers left. Those 3 brothers, named Tom, Larry, and Jerry. Yeah, Tom, Larry, and Jerry. Those are the 3 brothers left. Obviously, the other two are dead on top of each other with a boner. Alright. So, Larry, Mary, and Perry. Larry, Mary, and Perry get together. Those are their nicknames. Obviously, they had to have code names. They get together to plot revenge on Florin for killing his other two brothers, who everybody forgot their names. Larry, Mary, and Perry. They sit down with their father, the King of England, I guess, and they say, "What we're gonna do is we should bury him alive on top of the other two dead brothers." And then Larry looked at Perry, and Mary said, "Well, Larry, I think we already tried that and didn't work, so maybe let's do something else." And they were like, "Yeah, alright, well, I'm fresh out of ideas now." So they pondered and pondered and pondered for hours on end, days on end, months on end, years on end. And finally, one of them said, "Hey, I got it!" And they were all so excited. They started high-fiving each other. They were like super happy. High fives every. And what is it? What is it? All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go and bury him alive on top of my other two brothers. And they're like, "But we just tried that. It didn't work. Remember?" And I was like, "Oh, right. Forgot. Sorry, guys. I'll try harder next time." So they went back to pondering and wandering for a couple more days until finally one of them said, "Well, what if we poison Florin and we kill him that way? Easy death, nobody will know. People might say it's food poisoning and he'll be dead. Then we can bury him dead next to our brothers." So they looked at each other and said, "Hey, you know what? That's the best thing we got so far. What are we gonna do?" And then they thought about Ratty the Rat Rat. Do you remember that guy, Ratty the Rat Rat? Okay, well, Ratty the Rat Rat was Florin's best friend because they were hanging out back in the old days, prison days. So they thought if they could get some Ratty the Rat Rat poop poop and scoop scoop into us with pepper, maybe that would be enough to kill him. His best friend, Ratty, would end up being unknowingly the murderer. And, well, this was a perfect plan. So they knew that they had to catch Ratty the Rat Rat and make him poop. And it wouldn't be easy to catch Ratty the Rat Rat because Ratty the Rat Rat was always around Florin. So maybe the best time they could catch Florin is when he's sleeping. That's right, guys, when he's sleeping. So one day they put up a ladder right outside of Florin's apartment, house, basement, whatever. And they looked in and seen that he was sleeping and Ratty was also sleeping. So they had this really, really small bag. Alright, hold on, I need to smoke some more weed. Give me a second, bitch. So they had this really small bag. And they took this bag and they slowly walked in the house. There were no locks back then. They just walked right in like that. So they walked in the house and they tiptoed in over Florin's bed and one full scoop grabbed the Ratty Rat Rat and walked away. Nobody even heard a peep.
What the hell was that? Tiana!
And they took Ratty the Rat Rat back to the king's castle, which was like about a block and a half away. Things were really close by back then. Sorry guys, my bad. So yeah. He finally got Ratty the Rat Rat. Obviously, Ratty the Rat Rat got really scared because he was in a small bag that barely fit him. And because obviously he's a rat, he pooped. And that's all that he needed to do. Just poop. He did his job. He did his little poopy poop poop. And that's it. The next day, they returned him back, tossed him in the mailbox. I don't know if they had mailbox, but yeah, it was a mailbox or a hole in the wall or something. And the rat went back to Lauren, none the wiser. Well, the rat was wiser, and the rat knew, but he couldn't say anything because he's a fucking rat. And rats don't talk. Well, they do talk, but not to humans. Unless you're that rat that cooks food and uses humans' hair to direct humans. I don't know. Tortellini torta? Tortellini. Oh, look at this Mexican lady growing my weed. Thank you, lady. Don't do anything inappropriate. Stop it. Alright. So, back to the story, guys. The next morning, the king sends one of his best employee, I guess. And that employee goes over to Lauren's house, knocks on the door and says, "The king would like to apologize to you and thank you for killing his 2 sons." Well, Lauren didn't want to buy that right away because he's like, what kind of trap is this? Well, because Lauren is really smart, clearly. So, they said, "We want to give you the biggest feast a feaster could ever feast upon." So, he said, "What are you talking about?" Well, the king has made you a 3-course meal, starter, dinner, and dessert. And to show you his appreciation for the love and support you have brought to the community through these tragic, unforeseen times where 2 clumsy brothers accidentally, wink wink, murdered each other through the good willing of Hibis and Jeebus. So I was like, alright, fuck it, I'll eat your food, give me this shit. So now Lauren is eating the food. The taste is pretty good, actually. And the poop was a good hint of spiciness and moldy musk. The flavor of turd not really in the air, but on his tongue. So then, he starts going to bed, but wakes up in the middle of the night not feeling very well. That's right. He wasn't feeling too well. So what happens? He dies from rat poison. He dies from rat poison. Yeah, Florin is dead. Lauren, I mean, not Florin. That's another guy. Or you would think he is, but no, Lauren is definitely not dead. He's well alive, and he's doing wonderful. He's doing wonderful. As a matter of fact, he made himself feel like he was dead when he wasn't dead. Just so the king would think he's dead. Well, so now, here we go. The king believes that Lauren is dead. Alright. But Lauren is not dead, guys. Lauren is well and feeling great. Lauren never ever did anything bad. That's right, guys. That's right. So now, Florin is plotting his revenge because he knows what does he know? He knows enough that he's got to hide while he comes up with his revenge plot. He needs his revenge plot. He needs his revenge. But he hides in the only place Lauren ever knows to hide. He went into the dungeon of the prince. Where he first met Ratty the Rat Rat. And guys, we're gonna end the story right there. Obviously the story doesn't end, but we're gonna end it right there. And tune in tomorrow, or whenever the fuck I'm on next, and check out the ending. And, well, the second part, right? What's up, everybody? This is Gaming with Florin. Thanks for tuning in, my one and only friend. You missed an amazing story. So after this, you want to go back and watch it? I said the first part, so it is part 2 coming up, just to let you know. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends. Yeah, all that good stuff. So now, where are we? I was in the middle of doing something. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get away from this 5-star police officers, but I can't seem to do it. I'm really struggling here, guys. Any advice on what I should be doing to better win this game? No? Okay. Thanks. How much more can I run in the tunnel? How much longer? I don't fucking know. I'm just running. Just get those stars off of me. And there should be somewhere for me to be able to, like, get out of this tunnel. Oh, there you go. Booyaka. I got rid of the 5 stars, guys, in a tunnel by myself. What you gonna do when I come for you? Massacre. Come here, bitch. You ain't getting nowhere. Hey. Give me your money. Robbery at the same time. And this is just how you do your RPs to go up really quickly. You get RP like this really quickly. Get stars, remove them. 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 Remove them, get stars. Remove them, get stars. Is somebody shooting at me? Please do not urinate in the station, guys. Alright, guys, well, here we go. Let's have some fun. Oh really, man? Come on. Oh, I thought I could go that way. Shit, I'm blind, guys, sorry. Come on. Root on for me, guys, so I don't die. Florin. Ah! No. No again. Oh, I can't drive reckless like that. Oh yeah, let's put on the thing. People can get out the way. Move, bitch! Get out the way! Alright. Just to let you guys know.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah? If I don't stop the car, I'm gonna have trouble. No more booty armor. Cop knocker. Thanks for watching.